I'm back with no new sponsors. In fact, I was just informed that the Blue Apron link is not working. So blueapron.com/happy endings actually does not work. But I will put a link in the comments the description where you can actually click. That would actually be the happy endings thing. We're trying to get that link fixed. Took us long enough to realize it wasn't working. But they're still a sponsor, I guess. You still get 30% off your first box. They still shop for you. They still send you the food. You still cook it. You still take all the credit for it. It's just you can't use blueapron.com/happy endings. And I probably should stop saying that right now until that link gets fixed. But it is a cool service. I have used the service. So fucking A. Famous Smoke Shop. I don't know if any of these links work now either. No, I'm just kidding. Famous Smoke Shop actually gave us 2 promo codes. HOT20, which is HOT20. You get $20 off your purchase of $145 or more. Or HOT10, which is HOT10, which is $10 off a purchase of $85. And Famous Smoke Shop is not a head shop, guys. It is actually, I don't know why they say head shots. I mean, not head shop. I don't know. I've never smoked pot, so I don't know a lot of this stuff. But it's a cigar. So cigars, anything like that. So they're fancy cigarettes. Big fucking fancy cigarettes. Handy App. Handy App is a one-stop app where you can get somebody to come clean your house. Maybe cook the Blue Apron. I think I said that already. Cook the Blue Apron that you get. That's a good idea, though. Pool cleaning, any type of service that you need. It help build anything small. Handiwork. Handy App is the app for you, and if you use promo code AppSave30, which is APPSAVE 30, you get 30% off your first booking. Shoe Dazzle. Shoe Dazzle is really cool because you take a quiz, so you don't even have to pick out shoes. They pick it out for you through some type of evil robot genius. But Shoe Dazzle, you take a quiz, and then they send you shoes and or accessories once a month, and it is a subscription service that you can stop, keep going, anything like that. And if you use promo code Happy Shoes, which is HAPPYSHOES, you get $10 off your first box, which means you get $10 for your first box. So you get a pair of fucking shoes or unfucking shoes, hopefully fucking shoes, for $10 motherfucking dollars. And speaking of dollars, we have Dollar Days. Dollar Days is another really cool website where you just buy stuff in bulk. You can buy shampoo, conditioner, clothing, anything like that. You can get it in bulk. And if you use promo code HAPPYEndings20, which is HAPPYENDINGS20, you get $20 off a purchase of $200 or more, or Happy Ending Ship, which is HAPPYENDINGSSHIP. You get a flat shipping fee of $9.95. This week is Joe Dosch. He was supposed to come out last week, but life, or not life, I don't know. Bad joke. Sorry. So Joe is amazing. He was on Quickies with me. He is my guinea pig. And I adore him. He is extremely funny. While I was editing this podcast, and when I edit, all I do is take out like when he was blowing his nose, because I don't think you guys want to hear that, or long pauses. So I don't take anything out. You guys hear it as it is, except for the long pauses. But I was editing it, and I was cracking up. So this is a fun episode, which I think we need this week. So enjoy.
Hey.
There's your face. 1, 2, 3.
Do you have them under?
1, 2, 3. I don't know why I was going with that weird child pose. With my feet up. Change my diaper.
Brian Moses really wouldn't take his shirt off?
I got him to after a minute, but then he also hated it.
What? I mean, is it... Oh.
Yeah,
Fury wouldn't take his belt off?
Yeah.
What a bunch of weirdos.
Fury didn't know that it was a massage podcast.
I think male stand-up comedians are way more, like, body conscious and, like, have more eating disorders than you'd think.
Yeah.
And they don't talk about it because guys don't talk about that kind of thing.
I could see that.
Are we recording now?
We are, yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. On the table, we have...
You gotta go way
Is it
back. Like some...
Dosch? I
Get
always
it?
fuck up your last
It's
name.
Dosch.
Okay. Get undressed, get under the sheets. Ooh, you're in for a treat. No, I promise this is not a dream. It's just a happy ending with Joy Eileen. Damn it, I shouldn't have said anything and then it would have been good.
People can't ever get it right. It's vile anti-German bigotry. Goes back to the days of dachshund maiming. You know what I was watching the other day that really made me laugh? I was watching the Ken Burns Prohibition documentary, and they talked about like during Prohibition it was just after World War I, and like they hated beer, so they hated German people, so there would be like all these riots, and then there's this point where Ken Burns just goes, and many dachshunds were stoned to death. And I love dogs, but I hate wiener dogs.
See, no, I'm not going to go there.
Yeah.
You almost had me going.
Really?
Yeah.
Why, because you like wiener dogs?
Yeah, no, because you, like, as a gay man, you like wiener, so, like, wouldn't you want it in the version of a dog?
Well, no. I mean, first of all, that's a fallacy, because there's no, I mean, any gay man who wants a dachshund, you can't dress them up. You can't, like, give them a haircut and they don't play. Like, to me, like, wiener dogs are just the dog that every mean old lady in South Dakota where I'm from has.
Okay. How about the one of you?
But they are cute.
You know, those
I guess.
Have you seen the running of the wieners?
No.
It's a meme, and it's just somebody opens the door and like 40 little baby wiener dogs run out.
Oh, okay. That's
different. They're babies. They don't know yet.
How are you gonna
They're evil.
Yeah, how you can argue with that? Yeah, they're like the Hitler Youth of dogs. They just think they're playing and doing jumping jacks, and
they're stupid.
Their mustache hasn't come in yet.
Yeah. We're just cheering. It's fun.
They're just growing into their saggy face.
Right.
Me too.
Oh, aren't we all?
If I didn't eat as many donuts as I did, my face would not have anything to hold it up.
I am shocked that there are this many donut shops in the city.
Yeah, right?
I mean, seriously.
It's just bulimia.
I've lived in some, historically heavier places, and I've never seen this many donuts in any major. There are this many donuts in Chicago, and those people love eating, and it's cold all the time. Donuts are not a summer food at all.
No.
I think it's because there's so many sad people. They need more stuff to eat their feelings.
But they're no longer jelly filled. They're laxative filled.
Is that right?
No, but that'd be fine.
Okay.
I mean, I did it to an ex-boyfriend once, but hey.
You put laxative in an ex-boyfriend's?
No.
Oh, wow.
But it'd be funny. That's a true story.
She thought about it.
I did, but then I would have to clean it up. So.
Do you see what I mean?
He's an ex-boyfriend. No, you don't.
Yeah, that's true.
What if it just, totally cleansed him? It's like, I feel great. Yeah.
Right? You lose 20 pounds.
Yeah.
His life changes.
Made him a better person.
Mm-hmm.
Meets the girl of his dreams.
Yeah. It all turned around when I was poisoned with laxatives one day.
You're just a dream maker.
Right? Gets his dream job. He misses his work, so he gets fired.
That'd be a hilarious Twilight Zone kind of thing, like the girl whose pranks just improve everyone's lives, and she can't successfully prank anyone.
Right?
Yeah.
In just terrible ways. She's like, I'm gonna poison you, but
yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Right? Like she's
just on the sideline, like just one. I want one of them to die. Just one.
Like something explodes, they go to the doctor and they're like, "Oh, you have a tumor. If this one hadn't exploded, you would have died."
Damn it.
So we'll go to.
Have you played pranks on anybody before?
I didn't. I remember I did in high school a lot because Jackass was big at the time, and we're gonna play pranks on everyone because this is what cool kids do. I remember one time in high school we found someone worked at 3M or something, and you could get these giant rolls of industrial plastic wrap. And I remember there was a time when we would just saran wrap people's bikes to trees a bunch of times over.
That's awful.
Kinda, yeah. It kind of was in retrospect. Oh, it's not that hard. You get a box cutter and you cut it down.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, and every kid walks around with a box cutter.
Hi, girl.
I don't know.
Email.
I don't know. It's South Dakota. We walked around with a lot. I remember people just have guns all the time. I remember when I was a kid, in high school, kids would just have guns in the back of their trucks, in the parking lot at school.
Keep them in line.
Yeah, well, because kids will go hunting after they're done learning. And this was like post-Columbine, and everyone's like, yeah, well, whatever.
Whatever.
Right.
It's South Dakota. That's not
Yeah,
going to happen here.
exactly.
Did you have an accent?
I don't know. Because South Dakota's a little different than Minnesota. It's a lot
Right.
thicker up there. I kind of feel like I do, but people tell me, no, you don't. So.
Do you ever, do you have a word that you say that's kind of...
Long O's will come out, I think.
Okay.
Or, I'll say things like my if I ever say, heck of a deal, or, oh, sure, yeah.
A heck of a deal.
Yeah.
By golly gee.
Hey, this one's from Utah, so... Yeah.
Kid, my mom's from Utah. I'm
Oh,
from
okay.
Canada.
She's
mine,
from-
mine,
That's right,
Scotia.
that's right.
mine
That's
come
right.
out in my A's and things like that.
Yeah. You can tell a Canadian from an American by the way they pronounce the word car.
Car?
Yep, there it is. Yep.
She says no funny, too. She's like, no. No. It's my...
Only when I get excited.
Yeah.
And there's another word that I love when you say Saturday.
Oh.
Because you, enunciate every letter.
Would you say the word Saturday?
Say
for?
Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah.
You got a tea party?
Right.
Oh, take the finger cakes on Saturday
Every time she
in the
says it.
parlor.
Quincy makes me repeat myself all the time.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, what? Say it again. What time is it?
Well, tell Black Snuffleupagus to open his ears.
Oh. He's mad at
Hi, Bird. When are your avails?
Comedy store. It's like, no hi? Nothing? Okay. They can hear your smile over
Well, hey,
the
he's
phone.
more effervescent than Josh Martin answered the damn phones. That's, oh, God.
I never...
Just call a comedy store. Hey, Josh, what days you got? I don't know, put me down for every day. Click. It's just...
Josh did phones?
Yeah, yep.
That makes me so happy.
And then he just walks off. Not much of a house for not much of a donkey.
He is.
Not much of a spot for not much of a comic. Going into some hard Eeyore references in this massage.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I'm
Lost
tagging
my
Winnie the
tail.
Pooh.
Yeah, it's nailed to my asshole.
Maybe that's why he's so grumpy.
Yeah,
Or maybe he
every
needs to
step
have
is agony.
I think that's why so many kids are into anal now. 'Cause they just saw Eeyore and they're like, well, it seems like it should be there.
Maybe. I just think a lot of them are like, I'm still a virgin.
Yeah,
You're like, no.
It's not how that
But then it makes you wonder, do these people have an aversion to sex? Because that shit hurts. Especially because they're not preparing.
No.
oh yeah, you gotta stretch before you exercise.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta lubricate, you gotta drink water.
Yeah, you gotta pray. You gotta have faith.
You do.
And then relax.
Yeah.
No, I won't.
Gotta
I
burn
won't
some
say
frankincense.
Who. I won't say who, but I was on a podcast with somebody and they were telling the story of how they lost their virginity, and the first time was in a mall toilet, and it was anal. And
My
she
God.
didn't know.
What?
She's like, I'm glad. I thought it was fine.
Heavens to Betsy. Now, what city was this in?
It was in the South.
My God.
Was it with their rifle?
No, just wanted to lose her virginity and went to the mall and was like, hey, you.
That's the most 90s sentence I've ever heard in my life.
Right?
Ding,
We'll go to
ding,
the-
ding, you're it.
Yeah.
We'll go to the food court after. It'll be amazing.
Yeah.
Mine was in my bedroom.
Really?
When
What?
I lost my virginity, it was in the bedroom. Yep.
That's so boring.
It was, but I made him change condoms 3 times.
Really?
Because, he put a red one on and I'm like, yeah.
Why would they even make those? That's just...
Right? And then he put a yellow one
hey
on.
babe, look at my dog erection.
Right? Ugh.
It looks like a little wiener dog boner. It's terrible.
It's all saluting. Hi-oh. You're like, nah. I don't want to lose it that bad.
Someone's mailing a letter.
He's trying to deliver something.
Liver the D.
Yeah.
English.
And he had huge balls.
Did he really?
His ball sack was the size of a grapefruit,
Wow.
which I didn't know wasn't normal. until I asked my mom, and she's like, "Oh, sissy, no." And I'm like,
Wow.
okay. Because I told her immediately, like right after I lost my virginity.
Was your mom one of the ladies in Paris is burning? Like, is that whose mom talks like that?
Oh, sissy, no. But then I went and I told her, I'm like, hey, I lost my virginity. And she's like, oh, how was it? Like, and I was like, I made him mad. She's like, how'd you make him mad? And he asked me if I wanted to do it again, and I asked him, are we done with the first time?
Ooh, and the studio audience went wild.
But, like, it's not, they're really, like, I should probably do it. I'm an author. I should do it. I should write about how your first time, you do not have an orgasm, and you do not have your toes curl, and it's uncomfortable, and you get a leg cramp, and you need to stop and drink water and cry and pray. You just, yeah.
Yeah. How long did it take you to start coming during sex? Because isn't that like, I don't know. I feel like with girls, it's like beating the water temple in Zelda. Like it just takes a minute for you to figure it out.
A long time.
Wow.
In fact, during sex, I would have to use a toy. Like I could not. Yeah, like a bullet was my favorite thing. But yeah, I could not come with just a dick. Like, yeah. Heavens. And then, you know, I don't know. I'm very self-conscious, though, especially about my body.
Right.
So, I mean, now that I've been married to John for 1,000 years, like, he's the only one, and he just thinks he's, like, God's gift to dick. So,
right.
Whatever.
Well, heck of a deal.
But I'm comfortable with him, yeah. Like, I have to be comfortable. Like, I'm not going to let you see me with my shirt off.
Right.
Like that chick. Did I tell you about that chick at the Comedy Store?
No.
There's this girl. I don't know if I'm allowed to say chick. I don't know. Chick is just what I say. There's this girl.
There was some twat at the store. Keep going.
Yeah. And she...
Was she an influencer?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
She's on stage, and she lifts her shirt up and lets her belly just flop out. And she's like, yeah, this is how I like it. And it's so uncomfortable. Like, you get these uncomfortable laughs. Like, the women are like, like, sucking in.
Yeah. It's like, no, I'll put it away for you. I'll put it away for you.
I can't stand that kind of comedy where it's like, hey, it's like they're holding their dignity hostage. Like, laugh, or like this will get more pathetic.
Right?
Yeah. Guess what else I'll show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost dropped. I walked in. I've seen her do it twice. But the first time I walked in...
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I
That's her
walked
smashing
in.
watermelon.
Right. And it looks like a watermelon. I mean, I'm no spring skinny chicken, but god damn. And I walked in the first time, I almost dropped the stuff I was holding because I was all, oh. And she's like me, very white and pasty, so I'm like, no. Tan, it makes it look smaller.
No one wants to see that Irish. Put it away.
That's why there's so many donut shops in LA.
There you go.
Keep them open.
Like how you turn into Al Bundy at the end. Oh, you keep them open, Peg. What? Al.
Was there any bits that you did when you first started comedy that you're like, oh, I wish I hadn't done that?
Oh, God. You know, there's a video of me, like, I think maybe my second set ever somewhere out in the ether. And, like, I'm still in the closet and I have this awful beard and I'm, like, in, like, cargo shorts and this is in some bar in Montana. And, like, it was on a hard drive that got ruined. But I feel like it's some part of me is like it's out there somewhere and it could ruin me.
Right.
If Frank Castillo ever gets a hand on this video, it is over for me. And a just world would plant it right in his lap too.
Oh God.
There are pictures of me very, very inebriated in Laughlin. You know those fishbowl drinks that
Oh yeah.
With my boob stuck in one of those.
You mean like you have a boob in a big fishbowl thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
And you can't
joy.
get it out.
And I couldn't get it out.
It's like stuck in the door to Rabbit's house.
Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, there's lots of Winnie the Pooh references coming out today.
But when you're drunk, you panic. And drunk women are not resourceful at all.
Like, you just have to break the air seal.
I was, and, like, you know how, like, I don't know, like, my imagination is way beyond normal.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, fuck, we're going to have to call 911. I'm going to have to go out on a stretcher. They're going to have the sheet over me, and there's going to be this glass-like silhouette under the sheet. I was like, fuck. So then I figured it out, and I stuck a straw inside, and I broke the suction and pulled it off.
This is like the ending of a Space Odyssey when he's trying to deactivate Hal.
1 second left.
Moving a pot.
Oh, it was awful, and I've never seen the picture, but somehow everyone in my family has.
Oh,
So
that's hilarious.
so that's gonna come out one of these days.
Your sister-in-law's gonna get mad at you and just be like, meh, put it up.
Which one? The one that doesn't like comedy?
Yeah.
I don't understand comedy.
I don't know why they're laughing.
Really?
Yeah, because I asked her one day, like, I did a really good set.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you want to listen to it? Like, so you know how you get, like,
Right.
well, at least I do. I get all excited and proud. I'm like, do you want to listen to my set? And she's like, I really just don't get comedy. And I'm all,
I mean, you know what, though? Like, good on her for admitting that.
yeah. It's just like the people who are like, I shouldn't be a mom. Like, I didn't do that. And
Yeah.
now I'm fucked. But I'm not. My kids are, poor things.
I actually think it's really big of her to say that, you know? Like, most people just like, I don't understand this, therefore it's bad and dumb, and it's, you know...
Well, I don't like you anymore. No.
Or listen to it and then you don't get the response you want.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
think that there was something wrong with it, but
Yeah.
it's just her.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Well, it's just, it's crazy to me that I really think people are just, like, so just married to reality that they, like, don't... Sometimes you go in front of a crowd and it's just like, do you realize I'm just making up hypothetical silly things? And then we'll travel to them and go, isn't that weird over here?
Yeah.
And then that'll be fun. Like, there's some people who don't like the basic thing of that is like, it's like they're like sessile sea sponges, and it's like, if it floats in front of my face, then it's, you know, part of my world. But I don't know.
They just can't get outside of themselves enough to laugh.
Yeah, and it's like, you came here. I don't get it.
It's like Rick Ingram says it best when he gets on stage. He's like, oh my God, I walked into a place that said the Comedy Store, and everything he's saying is true, and I'm going to get offended. And it's like,
Have you had him on?
Joy has a bit of a comedy crush on Rick.
Oh,
It's a
boy.
It's a
crush.
full-blown just...
I cannot look
She
him in
wants
the
to ride the
eye.
Oh,
I don't see, but that's not it. It's just he's
No,
This
I
is
don't
going
believe
out
that.
over the...
I said comedy dick. I didn't
Right.
say his.
I'm all right, podcast over.
Yeah.
You can put it back on.
She
No.
near hyperventilates, and one time he walked past us on the back patio.
Yeah.
Oh, this is coming up now.
And, yeah, and he walked past, and she caught him and went, Rick! Like, at his face.
Oh, that's cute.
No.
And he was like, you like to make things awkward. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
Well, let's talk about the time Emily walked into the back room with the freaking the back bar and turned around, almost ran me over, and closed the door. And I was like, what? What? Is somebody having sex in there? And she's like, no, Mark Maron's in there. I was like, what the fuck? He looked at me. I'm like, you walked in.
I know, but yeah.
That's
no.
cute.
When I came to LA to see if I wanted to live here or not. A
Yeah.
couple months before I moved here, and I went to a show. I was at shows every night, and Mark Maron was on 2 nights in a row.
Right.
And the first night, I asked one of the servers, like, "Hey, can I buy a drink for him?" I didn't know that he was sober,
Oh, boy.
and so I know which one. It's Tara, and she
Uh-huh.
took my money.
Right.
And she was like, he bought a shot of Bullet. He says, thank you so much. And I was like, awesome, now I know his drink.
Oh, no.
And so the next night, I asked Bianca, I remember who fucking it was, and she was just like, I'll bring you the drink, but you have to give it to him. And I was like, that's not how drink delivery happens, but okay.
Yeah.
And so she brought me...
She's missing a vital part of waitressing, ask me.
Because he doesn't know me. He's not going to want to take a drink from me.
Yeah.
And so I waited, and he was the very last person. It was the early show in the OR, and I ran after him. And I was like, this is for you.
no.
I don't know why she's making me give it to you, but here, this is for you. And he was like, what? it's for me. What is it? And I went, Bullet? And he was like, no, that's okay. You have it. And I was like, I don't drink either.
So then there's just two people who don't know what to...
And he's like, what's your name? And I was like, say something wrong. Say, like, the wrong name. And I was like, Emily. Fuck.
Do you want me to spell it for you?
You can find me on Instagram. And then give it to the police so that I never come back.
I don't have any LA comedy crushes like that, but I would probably react similarly if I ever met Colin Quinn.
Oh,
okay.
I love him.
His specials are so... I love how he goes on a theme.
Yep.
It's amazing.
I shook Michael Rappaport's hand and almost urinated.
Really?
Yeah.
Not for comedy, though.
Oh my god. It was so sad, though. Like, oh shit. We're gonna have to cut this part out.
Oh, no.
No,
but I had, like, not like a crush. Like, I don't have, like, crushes.
She had a crush.
It's a weird, like, I have weird crushes, though. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to have sex with you. I just want to talk to you and not be awkward. Like,
Right.
that's my dream fantasy.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, Michael Rappaport. And then I went and I was delivering, I don't know, German pretzel or something for, like, a wiener dog. And I walked in and he was doing comedy and I was all, damn it! All right. There went that crush. Bye-bye.
Not enough. She saw him in the back green room and couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, I giggled a little.
Aw.
Not a joke, it's just him.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I did
shady.
talk to Anthony Jeselnik, though.
Yeah.
Like, full on. I'm okay when we're talking about stuff that I can keep up with. I'm like, biology? Fuck yeah, let's play that game.
Is that what you're... Well, I mean, I guess obviously, you're a masseuse, so...
I went to school for physical therapy.
Oh, okay.
And then I moved to Texas for a guy I met online.
Okay.
Came back.
Right.
A lot of bumps and bruises, but whatever.
Sure.
And then was going back to school for physical therapy, and the day I got accepted into CSUN in their physical therapy program was the day I found out I was pregnant with my child.
Oh, boy.
So dropped that shit and then became a massage therapist because I was working for Microsoft at the time. And I was like, okay.
Wow.
And Microsoft was like, hey, when's your estimated time of arrival coming back? And I'm like, I can't go back. Please don't make me go back there. And John's like, well, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I'll just do a massage for a little bit, and then I'll go back into physical therapy. And he's like, okay, cool. And then I did massage therapy, and that was 12 years ago, July.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't went back to school, but then I started doing comedy, and then I started writing books.
Oh.
And I was like, you know what? I kind of like this better.
Well, great.
So, but I have that biology background. Like, I've done all the stuff. I've done everything but get accepted into nursing school.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, wow, good for you, man.
What did you do before?
See, that's just it. I went to school for film. Like, I was going to be an English major for a while. And, like, I don't have, like, I don't have, like, a legit background in something else. But, like, yeah, so I've always kind of, I don't know, once I kind of realized I wanted to do this, I just shoved all my eggs in that basket, which, for better or for worse, I mean, because it's just, I kind of also just wish I had job experience in some other field. I feel like I'd be a more well-rounded person, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
See, that's different, though, because, like, I've had comics tell me, like, they're like, this is it. I saw comedy. That's all I knew I wanted to do. And they almost make me feel guilty for having a normal job and going to schools for something else.
Yeah.
What'd you score?
I'll go.
Woo-woo.
I needed that, trust me.
We're at Cassandra's house again, by the way.
Yeah.
Yay.
Hi, Cassandra.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, you definitely get a donut after that.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Now I can afford to go to Texas.
Oh, Texas.
I've never been to the South in general.
Really?
And I would like to. I would like to do comedy there.
I would too, but not. I just have to stay out of Lubbock.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's up with Lubbock?
Lubbock is where I moved. Lubbock is
Okay.
where my ex is. I have a lot of baggage in Lubbock.
Right.
Like ex-boyfriend, strip club DJ ex-boyfriend.
Yeah. And this is like the panhandle of Texas, is that right? Okay, yeah.
It's right under Amarillo.
Okay.
It's about 2 hours from Amarillo.
Right.
Amarillo has a huge sex shop, by the way, that's like the size of Kmart.
Wow.
It's very fun.
Okay.
But, yeah, that's about all I got.
Every Texas comic I know is like, yeah, you can live there forever because it's so big and there's so many huge cities and there's so many clubs and like, yeah, you could like, You could tour around Texas and be done with, like, all the cities and then be ready to hit, like, you know, the first one you hit. But I've always I wanted to tour in Texas. I've wanted to go to, like, Fayetteville, Arkansas, or, like, Atlanta, or just, I don't know, cool places. It's the one part of the country I've never been to.
I just want to go anywhere. Like, I haven't been on the road yet.
Right.
And, like, Jason Morales was like, you need to go because people will love you because you're all cute.
Yeah.
And then you get on stage and they think you're innocent and then you open your mouth. And he's all, but they'd appreciate you. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
He wants me to take her back to my hometown.
Yeah.
He was like, Nova Scotians would love her. And I was like, I know. That's why I love her.
Oh, that's right. You're from Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Okay. I am really called to Canada these days. I really want to get up there. It seems like an amazing country.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Have you done New Faces yet? Like,
No.
because you should be, if you haven't, you are.
Oh, thank you, dear. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know a ton of people who really rave about JFL anymore. I mean, I don't know.
They started expanding it, so
Yeah.
they're having more JFLs.
Kleenex or something?
Yep.
Look, I'm gonna like leak snot on the
No, that's good. That means, I don't know if she has, I can get you a paper towel.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't know if she has tissue.
Thank
She
you.
probably does, and they're pink and scented somewhere.
Sparkle.
Glittery.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Rhinestones. All the things.
Cassandra's so fabulous.
Isn't she?
Her apartment looks exactly like I thought it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, no, they started expanding the festival so it goes out west and stuff now. So
Yeah.
it's not just the concentrated JFL that it was.
Yeah, I'd love to do it. I'm kind of turned off by festivals in general.
Yeah.
Lately, it's like there are some great ones out there, but it's like, do you want to pay on your own dime to come and do 10 minutes somewhere? And oh, there's industry there. Yeah, they live here
Yeah.
too, you know. So I don't know, but
I was behind somebody getting a donut yesterday.
there you go.
The good thing about Canadian festivals is
Yeah.
that there are some grants for non-Canadian performers that
Yeah.
you can apply for.
Do you know anything about Calgary?
A little bit.
I really want to go to like Banff National Park and like all those beautiful areas in Alberta. I love hiking and stuff, and I would love to just go up there this summer and go camping. I'm probably going to go back to Montana this year and just hike and camp for a while and get out of it.
Where's your favorite place to do comedy then?
Oh, I mean, the store is my answer to that. But like outside of LA, you mean?
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't know. You know what? Orange County is pretty fun.
Okay.
To be honest with you, like.
Have you done the Rec Room?
Oh yeah, Rec Room's a good time.
Is it?
Yeah.
Seems like a fun one.
It's a little. I mean, like it's in like an adult arcade, so like it's a little. I mean, I don't want to say it's square, but like. It's not the Comedy Store, you know, but it's like people there are cool. It runs a little older. It's in like Huntington Beach and stuff. Yeah, it's fun.
Do you have a favorite memory of the store?
You know, it's like I don't know. It's nothing even like huge even stands out. It's just kind of like it's just awesome there all the time.
I agree.
You know what I
As soon as I
mean?
walked in, I was
Yeah.
like, yep.
Yeah. God, I don't know. I love that I found a place like that out here in LA because LA rules. It really, really does. And it's so beautiful around here. I feel like if I lived in New York, I'd go nuts.
Yeah.
I just feel trapped.
Well, it's all built on top of you.
Yeah.
In New York. And everybody's on. Here it's more spread out, and you get to see the mountains. And,
Yeah. Emily, is it hard to get back to Nova Scotia? Like,
yeah.
really? Like, how? Because I imagine it's probably like me flying back to South Dakota. Like, how do you get there?
You have to take. It's at least. You'd have to get like a few different planes and stuff like that, and then when I get there, you have to drive forever.
Oh, yeah, it's one of those kind of things.
Yeah.
Where's the closest airport then?
There's one in Nova Scotia, but if the weather closes it out, then you have to go to Cape Breton Island, whose airport is only part-time.
Oh, boy.
Or Prince Edward Island probably be the next closest.
Wow.
So you have to wait for the bridges to clear to be able to go.
Yeah.
Crap, your legs are tight.
Yeah. I don't know. I go hiking a lot.
Do you?
Yeah.
Where do you hike?
I go up to Griffith Park probably like 4 times a day up to the highest point
I
there.
haven't been there yet.
Oh,
My
it's...
niece wants to go.
If you want to go sometime, hit me up. I'd love to. Yeah, it's fun.
See, we have Towsley, where I'm at in Santa Clarita, and we do that one a lot.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Like, you do it so many times. I'm like, I want to try something different.
Santa Clarita is so beautiful, too. It's really cool. There's so many cool trails up there.
It is. There is a lot of trails, and
Yeah.
my evil niece is like, let's go. She's this personal trainer.
Okay.
She charges me $5 to hurt me because I am just her favorite aunt, I guess, or her not favorite aunt. And she kicks my butt. And
She
has
charges her aunt. My
yes,
God.
$5. But we have the ship rope, thanks to my stupid husband. Yeah, he brought that home from the ship one day. I'm like, you know she's going to make me use that. Like, that, I have to use that.
Is that where, like, they have the rope on the ground and you, like, lift it up and throw it around? Oh, wow.
That burns.
I bet. Jeez.
And then we have, like, the tractor tires. We flip those fuckers.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a badass. I feel like you do.
Yeah, jeez.
But, and then you carry your table up that steep freaking parking lot cliff.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I'm not a badass. I'm not a badass. I was carrying it up today and I was like, do not stop. You're not allowed to stop. You have to keep going. I don't care if you slow down. You just cannot stop.
The experiment requires that you continue.
So you like hiking and camping? Did you ever play sports?
No, I never. I mean, no, I don't like sports. I like relaxing when I'm out. I love going kayaking up by Big Bear and stuff, and just half the time I'm just floating there all day.
Yeah.
And I'll go kayaking on the ocean and stuff. And a really fun place to go is the June Lake Loop, which is like maybe 5-6 hours north on, or I don't know, like 4 hours north on the 395. And it's just the most beautiful part of California you've ever seen. And there's like 9 glacial, I guess they're not glacial, but they're like 9 beautiful lakes up there. And you can go and kayak all day. And like, oh, I'm going to kayak this one. I'm going to strap it up. I'm going to drive to this other one. It's just up, down the, it's 600 yards away. And it's so much fun.
Yeah. I miss water so much.
I think if I ever hit it big, I would love to get like a lake cabin in a place like that.
Yeah.
See, I'm terrified of water. That is so funny.
Really?
My mom, when I was little, my mom used to tell me that I died in the Titanic.
Wait, did you would die in the Titanic?
Like in my past life, yeah.
Oh.
Because I saw a boat once.
Just so you know, if your boat ever goes down, give up. Enjoy the violin playing because you're not making it back.
Sweet death.
Sweet cold death. But yeah, like, we saw a boat and I flipped out.
Yeah.
And I was like, And she's like, and then, yeah. And John works on a boat and, like, he tells me stories and I'm like, oh, no, don't do that.
So she said, like, in a previous life you died on the Titanic? Mm-hmm. That's, like, not that long ago.
I know.
So, like, if you die, do you get, like...
turnover is really...
I guess. So you get like 50, 60 years to just chill out in the afterlife. No, you're back in again.
Somebody told me, okay, how fucked up is this?
Yeah.
They go, what if the light you see when you're dying is you being born? Like the vagina opening.
Oh.
Like, I'm all, that is fucked up.
I don't want that.
That sounds exhausting.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you die, like, you're not even dead yet and you're seeing the light. Like, all right, let's do this
Quitting a
again.
job
Back at
and
it, yeah.
having a new one the next
Yeah,
day.
like you don't even get to enjoy a little bit of unemployment. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be unemployed, but, like, there's some upsides to it.
I hated this job enough to quit, but
Yeah.
9 a.m. fucking training.
Yeah.
So does that all mean that, like, fetuses are all hyper intelligent and they live, like, 1,000 epochs in the theater of their minds, and then they're born and they forget it all?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
What we're trying to say here on this podcast is abortion is murder.
It's kind of an abortion joke. It's not really, but it's...
Hit me with it. I'm all in.
No, but I love it because most of the time people are like, she's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
And I talk about how the day I learned I was pregnant with my daughter was the same day I learned the dollar store sells pregnancy tests. I'm like, even if that test comes back negative, you will be pregnant soon because it was a good life choices that led you to family planning.
Yeah, the law of statistics and of economic probability state.
Yeah, and, like that aisle only has the pregnancy test. What is it? The pregnancy test, diaper wipes, sandwich bags, which people use for condoms, and wire hangers. because they believe in your right to choose and you don't have $400. But people, like, there was this guy on
They sell
Monday.
top of the stairs skateboards.
This guy
free half pipe access.
This guy gasped, and it was my favorite thing because I never get groans or gasps or anything, and it was like, oh, I want to save that one.
Just like that guy when I did my abortion joke, because I say, you know, I think Bye Bye Baby is a good name for an abortion clinic. And this dude in the middle of the audience screamed, yes! Like overly loud. And I'm all right, you and me, buddy, business partners.
They give out bumper stickers that say "Baby not on board."
Baby about to be boarded.
Yeah.
But then I say, you know, and if you've been inside the Bye Bye Baby and you've seen the prices, you're going to realize that abortion might be a viable or non-viable choice for you. Because fucking kids are expensive.
I bet. She's a waste.
Yeah. You can't just leave it. They want to eat like 3 times a day.
Oh.
Food.
Snacks? Who?
Yeah, so much.
I buy them Dunkaroos and shit. This feels great, by the way. Thank you
good, I'm
for
glad.
having
You
me.
needed this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you good knots.
Mm-hmm.
Your legs are fantastic, by the way.
Thank you.
Gorgeous legs.
Thank you. I've had people, you know.
He does.
Thank
doesn't he?
you.
A great lower half.
Thanks.
Not that
I'll take it. I've had people. That's what when I do drag, people tell me that all the time. That my legs are great.
Yeah.
The rest of it, you know.
Do you do drag often?
I really don't. And here's the thing: I don't like to say I'm a drag queen because it's like a bringer saying they're a comic. You know, like that's the sense in which I do drag. You know,
Okay.
so I just full disclosure. Like I basically just like to dress up like a girl every now and then.
I get it.
And stuff. Although I did do shows in Montana when I was living there for a while because it's not like a business there, and it's just like, oh, you live in this state and you like to do this, like come over and let's have fun. And, yeah.
Do you like being painted, or do you do it yourself?
I love being painted.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Do you like being blonde or brunette? Or
Blonde.
red? Blonde. Okay.
Hell yeah, blonde. I don't want to be one of those smart brunettes. I want to be a pretty idiot.
All right.
Yeah.
What, do you have a name that you use? Or?
Oh, yeah, I was Cherry Poppins for a while.
Holy shit, that's amazing.
Thank you. I remember when I was doing this drag show, like right before I moved to LA, I did like one last drag show in Montana, and it was in this town called Butte, which is a really, really salty place. And
Yeah.
I remember getting ready, and like it was like 3 hours away from where I was living, and I remember getting ready, and this other queen picked me up. Her name was Sarah Rachel, and she was a closeted Marine, and she owned a Thunderbird. And we drove down to Butte, and I remember getting this is back when I was drinking, I remember getting so drunk at like the late afternoon that I remember coming to, I was making out with a guy like on the ground of a dirt parking lot in like a half bowling alley, half Eagles club where the drag show, and like it's like the summer, so it's like bright out. It's daytime. And I'm literally like taking like in a car would like pull in and they want to park there and they can't because we're like making out on the ground of it. And,
Very nice.
yeah, I don't remember a whole lot else about that. And then
How long did you do comedy before you came out?
only like a year
Okay.
in Montana too, and I don't know how to control that time. I didn't mean to say all blondes are pretty idiots, by the way. I'm just saying when I'm blonde. When I'm blonde, boo. That's the kind of blonde I want to be. And that's my choice.
My choice.
I'd like to be a pretty.
I feel like I'm not contributing to this podcast enough because I'm enjoying being relaxed.
No,
so
you
much.
are. I
Thank
love
you.
it.
Appreciate it.
If you weren't, she'd just shove her elbow in your ass.
That's true.
Get
Super
you
true.
going again.
Or I just like completely I panicked a couple times with Jimmy Schubert because he wouldn't talk.
Yeah.
And I was like, seriously.
I can't believe he said, "Do you remember when I fucked Mitzi?" The second that, yeah.
Yeah.
In his car, I'm like, what? And he just like started telling me stories in the car, and I'm all, motherfucker, you were on my table for an hour. An hour. But then he was flying to Dubai the next day.
Really?
He's all, by the way, that was the best massage I've ever had. I really needed that. That's all you want.
Yeah, there it is.
I wish you'd shut the fuck up.
Just a silent podcast of Jimmy Stewart groaning.
And he was like, you know,
so happy.
Do my legs, do this, do that. And I'm all, hey, all right now.
Okay.
I don't like that.
And then Maz Jobrani, I had him, and he was like, so do I leave my underwear on? I'm all, you know what? Do whatever you want.
Right.
The more comfortable you are, the easier my job is.
Yeah.
I'm all, or you could just do a Jimmy Schubert and get completely naked. And he's all, Schubert got naked, and then boom, his came off.
Yeah.
Kill it, Schubert. You know, show me up.
I think that's so funny about, like, the guys who don't want to take their shirts off or take their pants off. Like, I really think they're, like, as affected by, like, I don't know, like, standards of beauty that women are, but, like, they just don't talk about it as much, you know? Like, I think they're, like, ashamed to, like, act like they feel that way or that they're affected by that and they don't know how to handle it. Like,
Right. Yeah, and then you've got Bert Kreischer, who just
oh, yeah.
took
Probably
everything off immediately.
came in with his shirt off.
Couldn't give a
He put his shirt on after he came in.
Right?
We were doing Leanne Kreischer's podcast.
Yeah.
And we were having like a serious conversation, and he walks up to the, because the door is glass, and he just started flashing us, just like rubbing his tits on the window, and I was like, well, guess we're not doing that anymore.
Okay.
Leanne's all, Bert.
Ugh.
She's just used to him, and I was like, I'm sorry, we're still having the experience of Bert Kreischer.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, she's like, oh my god, Bert, and I was just like, jeez, it's Bert Kreischer.
Yeah.
Flashiness.
We knew.
I feel special.
We knew who we called over.
Right.
Have Bert Kreischer take his shirt off on a podcast.
Yeah.
So that's the commitment to
Yeah, he
excellence.
was like, everyone turn around, I'm taking my pants off. And we're like, okay.
He's really funny.
He is.
I really like watching him.
Yeah.
He's doing some... never mind, I don't want to talk about his jokes.
I know, it's hard, because you're like, I like
I did it, he said this. I'm like, yeah, well, thanks, buddy. Now I can't, you know.
Yeah. Well, no, I like watching comics that you can see still have the joy of doing comedy.
Yeah.
That's
I like it when you can't see the joy and they know.
no, like
When they're
even
just performing robotically like a fucking wizard stole their soul and they have to get so many laughs to get it back.
Jump through this hoop.
Yeah.
Find the golden ticket.
although Josh Martin.
Whatever you're about to say, I'm all in.
On Christmas Eve. And a bag of dicks on stage. And then just got really quiet for a second. And the audience hated him.
You should turn the camera around and show yourself right now.
And the audience hated it.
He just stood there, and then he was like, I never thought about killing myself. And then talked about, I don't know, shaking himself with a candy cane for about 4 minutes. And then
Shaking himself with a candy cane.
Just crying in the room. I couldn't, like, just,
Oh god! I really hope he doesn't actually kill himself. And there's
Oh my
just
God.
video of all of us cackling satanically about it.
See, and then I could say something horrible, like, do you think a suicide note would stutter? But that's just...
There's just ink blotter everywhere. Everything he writes is like when you print something on like a low cartridge.
oh my god.
He was supposed to do my podcast.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, I'll do your podcast. And then I was like, hey, you know, you can come over, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, wait, I have to get a massage? And I'm like, yeah, it's a massage podcast. And he's all, no. Okay.
Wow.
So we'll just talk about it.
This is really, your podcast is really, it's really revealing how many, like, guys are, like, afraid of intimacy or, like,
Yeah.
vulnerability or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I haven't been turned down too many times. I've had some odd requests. Like, Tom Herrera wants me to tell him what I'd be doing to him.
Doesn't want her to touch him.
Yeah, just, I'm like, okay, well, while we're talking about this, my fingers are going up and down your spine. Like,
Weird.
Eleanor doesn't want to do it, but she said she'd come and do it. Like, she just wants to sit there. Vicky Barbalack only wants me to touch her feet.
Wow.
Yeah. Which, you know what? I'm fine. Like, okay.
Wow, comics are weird.
I will sell my soul to get you on my fucking podcast.
Sometimes I feel like comics are not valuable enough to society to justify the amount of annoying quirks we all have. Like,
I'm neurotic.
yeah, it really, like, we each should have built, like, 5 hospitals apiece to justify being this much of a nuisance to everyone who knows us.
They're so true. So last Tuesday, Reagan and Watkins was on stage.
Yeah.
So they're doing their musical act, and they're fucking all in. Like,
Yeah.
Pat is on the ground screaming, kicking his feet. Jeremiah's screaming at the crowd, just fucking all in.
Right.
Pot committed.
Yeah.
And Theo Vaughn walks in, and he looks at Josh, and he's like, I'm not going up after musicians. And Josh is like, well, you're next. And he's like, put a fucking comedian up. I want a comedian up before I get on stage. And, like, everybody got quiet. Even Joe Rogan, Anthony Jeselnik. We all just, like, we just kind of stood there.
Oh, boy.
And Josh was like, I need a comedian. And I fucking raised my hand. I'm like, oh, no.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't get to go.
Volunteers tribute to a main room fucking show.
I go, I got 5 minutes, and Josh is like, it's got to be somebody on the lineup. And I'm like, but I massage for you, Josh.
Yeah.
I love you. But
Remember, I fix you.
yeah, Josh Adam Myers, I'm at your house all the time. I've seen your dog shit on your floor. Like, come on.
Oh, he has an adorable puppy.
Lekka is amazing.
Lekka.
But she was sick, and I was massaging him, and you just hear this gnarly
Oh, no.
splatter.
Oh, no.
And I'm all, did she just vomit? And then I look over, I'm all,
She just pooped on my floor, dude. All right. Diarrhea in my breakfast nook. Sometimes the shit in your breakfast nook. That's my Josh Adam Myers impression, everybody. Thank you.
And then now every once in a while he'll come up to me and be like, hey Joy, do you remember when my dog pooped on the floor? Yep.
Tis a memory.
And I almost like mommed. Like I almost was like, fuck, I'll help clean it up. And then I was like, no, Joy. You stay where you are.
You let him deal with it.
Yeah.
Just like Chris D'Elia yelled at me the other day.
Did he?
What?
Yeah, because he walked in with the biggest fucking coffee in the world, I swear. And him and Joe Rogan hugged, and Joe knocked his coffee off the ground.
Oh, boy.
And I was massaging. Like, I'm just in the green room with my table. Like, I had my scrubs on.
Right.
That's all I was doing. And I was like, oh, shit. So I went to go get paper towels. And Chris was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm helping. And he's like, there's people for that. You don't do that. You are here as an invited guest, as a massage therapist. You are not going to clean it up. And I'm like, what?
I love that.
It was nice, but I go, but I'm a mom.
I like that too, but also at the same time as being one of the people.
That's
Right, yeah. You leave that for people like Emily to clean up.
Well, that's the same thing. I was like, I work in the kitchen though. Like,
That is,
I do work here. And
You're here in your capacity as a masseuse, not sully yourself with the labor of the peasants.
Oh, no, I was talking to Argus Hamilton the other day, and, I've never felt more vastly different from another person.
Yeah.
And, the upbringing that we've had.
Right.
Than when he was talking about how busy he is, and he's like, it's hard to do all the writing and get the show done, and the article and everything, and then I have to be your own maid and butler, and I was like, butler?
You have to be your own
butler.
You have to be your own butler.
And I was like, who? What? I'm sorry, did you say the only time butler comes up in my family's vocabulary is if someone's applying for a job. What are you talking about? Who is butlers?
What is Red. The first thing I went Gone with the Wind so hard just now.
What does a butler even really do? I mean, I get...
Door?
Yeah.
I don't know. Pick stuff up for you? I don't know.
Like, when you say butler, and I also, because my brain is so fucked up, I think of lurch.
Lurch.
Like, I go straight for, like...
I hate dealing with, like... I feel the same way about, like, valet parkers. Like, I don't like people who's, like... I don't like dealing with things where it's like, hey, we're going to put a person here. It doesn't make your life any easier, but it's going to make you feel more important just because we're encumbering another person. Mm-hmm. But, like, I don't like people taking my bags in hotels. It's just, like, why? It feels very false.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you. Plus, I'm a control freak. I'm like, no, I'll do it. Leave me alone.
Yeah, or it's, well, I don't want to walk to my car and park. Like, I'd rather walk to my car than, like, give it to a person and then wait for it. It's like, what resource am I saving? It's not time. It's just...
I'll tip you if you let me park
you
my
might
car.
You might as well pay people to, like, hey, you can walk to your car, but we're going to pay this person to do a little dance. Because it's funny for us.
I think
Peasant.
it's better.
Yeah.
Oh,
it would be
so
better.
much better.
He will delight you with your peasant songs.
He will get in the car and sing to you while you were parking.
Thank you, honey.
Oh, that would be a way better.
Sorry, Joe.
No, that means I've got your lymphatic system moving.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So that's supposed to happen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just
You
drink
bully for me.
tons of water.
I would point out, I would have worn better underwear if I knew I was going to be photographed
I
as
like
such.
your underwear.
Oh, okay, thanks. All right, well, thank you.
I would have worn better underwear too.
I would have worn underwear.
Okay.
This underwear is fine, but I have better underwear.
Earl wore the
It looked like
Hulk
Superman.
Hogan. It was Hulk.
Oh God, he's a giant boy.
Oh.
Yeah,
I love him.
he was awesome.
We watch Drag Race every week.
Do you?
Yep. Well, we fell out. Like, I got sick one day, and then we fell off the flow of it. But, like, he loves Drag Race. He's the guy. He's the only one I talk to about. I don't talk to Drag Race with any gay people anymore because they're all over it. I talk about Drag Race with Earl and Frank Castillo. No gay people.
Speaking of Frank Castillo, also said he'd be on my podcast, but I can't touch him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Frankie.
So if you want to give him shit,
Please.
I'm not giving Frank Castillo shit anymore. I think I've done it enough for a lifetime.
fine. All right. Is there anything you want to plug?
I'm at the Comedy Store, Original Room, every Monday through Wednesday. And hey, if you're in Seattle, at the end of, on February, I want to say 27th, it's that Wednesday, I am doing a roast with some of the Seattle Seahawks for one of their charities. So that's going to be at the Parlor Underground, I believe. So yeah, I'll be roasting a lot of the Seattle Seahawks for charity. So if you're in Seattle, come check that out.
That is amazing.
Yeah, it should be pretty fun.
Speaking of the Seahawks, they were in the Super Bowl, I don't know how many years ago.
Right.
And I told John, speaking of anal too, John picked the other team and I picked the Seahawks, and I said whoever team wins gets to give the other person anal. And the Seahawks lost.
Oh dear.
So we were mini golfing that day, and John was trying to like say, hey, I'm going to put it in your butt tonight, but our kids were there. Mm-hmm. So he's like, I think we should just take the Seahawks trail. It's in the back. It's my favorite trail. And the kids are like, Dad, there is no Seahawks trail. And I'm all, nope, there isn't. It doesn't exist. So that's the Seahawks. All right.
Wonderful.
Thank
This
you.
was great, you guys. Thanks so much.
No, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, that was my episode with Joe Dosch. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, comment, send us emails, anything like that. Especially iTunes helps this podcast so much. You can send me emails at joyshappyendings@gmail.com. But please like, subscribe on iTunes. I would greatly appreciate it. Have a good day.